Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Conway Medical Center. Welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. Today I am at Conway Medical Center and I'm joined by Dr. Pav. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome, thanks for asking.
I'm excited to learn about sports medicine.
Sounds great.
You're a specialist in this, right?
Correct. Yes.
What do you do, Dr. Pav?
So my primary training is in family medicine, and then I did a fellowship in sports medicine. So I do non-operative management of all musculoskeletal conditions, starting from shoulders all the way down to the fingertips, and from hips all the way down to the toes.
Oh wow, I can imagine that sports keep you quite busy because people are constantly getting hurt, for lack of a better word, you know?
Correct, yeah. So there's a lot of sideline coverage with that, and lots of training room with that too.
Okay, so did you always know that you wanted to be a doctor, or specifically this field?
Yeah, so I knew that I wanted to be a doctor since age 6, but I didn't know that I wanted to be a sports medicine doctor since that time. That kind of developed as time went on. I knew that I wanted to take care of everybody holistically. That's why I went and did a family medicine residency. And then during residency, I realized that I also love taking care of active people and preventing injury and treating injury. So that's why there was another additional training and fellowship in sports medicine.
Okay, so how long have you been here in South Carolina?
I've only been here for 3 months now.
No way.
Yeah.
So you're still a newbie here.
Very much so. Yeah, very much so.
What are your first impressions?
Well, so I used to come in and visit here when I was little. So I grew up in. I was born in Albania, but I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. So we used to come and travel here during the summer with my family and vacation here. But it has grown a lot since those days. I love the culture. I love how welcoming everybody is, and I love that there's a little bit of everything to do.
Well, we are very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
So, is there any sort of procedure that you like doing more than others? Are you allowed to pick?
Yeah, well, I do, so something unique, I do a lot of my almost every procedure under ultrasound guidance. So visualizing the target of what we're trying to fix and guiding the treatment, the needle, the therapy right to where the source of the pain is, and that tends to produce better results for our patients.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So can you walk me through maybe what a day in the life of Dr. Pav looks like?
Yeah. So usually I come in the office and see patients in the morning. Sometimes it's a full day of seeing patients. Then in the afternoons, I'm either going to the training room at one of our local high schools, or then later in the day, it's sideline game coverage.
You work in sports medicine, but you don't actually only see athletes, right?
That's correct, yeah. And they don't necessarily have to be athletes to come and see me. I see a good majority of my patients are grandparents with the occasional knee and hip pain and hand pain that are coming to see me and to seek treatment.
Okay, so you told me earlier that you like soccer. Do you have a specific team?
So Real Madrid is one of my favorite teams, and then where I was born, Albania. Their national team, yeah.
All right, so when you're not at work, where can you find Dr. Pav around here?
So I have 2 little ones at home. I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, so they occupy most of my time outside of work. So usually I'm either we're playing outside, or now we're at the beach with the kids, and my wife.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the area. I'm sure that people will see you on the sidelines this upcoming season, but if somebody needs to come in and see you for anything, what's the best way to go about that?
So their primary care physician may refer them to my office. They may go to conwaymedicalcenter.com and find me and contact my staff, and we'd be happy to get them in.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Conway Medical Center.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. Today I'm in Pawleys Island and I'm at All Fired Up Studios and I'm joined by Carla, the owner. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Good.
There's so much to see here. I am so excited for you to tell me all about you guys and what you have to offer here.
Yeah, so we are a paint your own pottery studio. How that works is somebody would come in. We don't take appointments. You just come in, find a piece of pottery that you like, plenty of painted samples to give you some ideas, but you pick a plain white piece of pottery and then you sit down with the color chart, you pick your colors. I go ahead and get you the correct brushes and then we'll show you the application of glaze and then you paint your own pottery. You leave it with me for a week, I clear glaze it and fire it in my kilns and you can pick it up in a week.
See, this is why we have to have the expert here, because I think that if I tried to do any sort of design on my own, I would just get overwhelmed. So you help people, kind of design what they want to have on
Absolutely.
it too, right?
I offer as much or as little assistance as somebody wants. So I can hold your hand. I can give you lots of design ideas. We have so many resources to help you create beautiful stuff. We have screen prints, crystal glazes, all different pottery glazes. So I can go over that with you and help you find something you like and then show you how to apply it. Or sometimes we have people that put their earbuds in and don't want to know anything, and that's fine too. That's their whole thing and they just want to paint. That's fine. So I'm here to assist or not.
It's very therapeutic, I think,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I mean, is this your background? I mean, did you always want to do this?
I've been doing this for 15 years.
Wow.
So now it's my background, but prior to that, it was never my background.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you always love art?
Yes, I have a design degree, but not necessarily art per se, but so that kind of transferred over when I decided to do this. Like I felt comfortable with color and application. But I too had to learn about the products, and so I went to some classes and so on until I became comfortable and then just self-taught after that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of classes, you guys actually offer classes here to make your own pottery as well.
Yes, we do.
It's a little more involved though if you want to do that.
Well, we have two types of classes. We have a
Okay.
beginner to try it, a one-time wheel class for beginners. And everybody, we've been doing it for 2 years now, but everybody walks away with a bowl. So there have been no failures. So
That's good.
big pressure. But everybody makes a bowl or a plate. They make something, and it's a great class. Everybody loves it. So they can learn how to throw the clay on the wheel, center the clay, pull the walls up. They'll learn all the technique, the jargon, and they will make a piece of pottery. And then they can come back in a week or so and they can glaze it. So
Which
that's
is
included
fun,
in the
too.
class.
I love
Yes,
that.
yes, absolutely fun. So it's been very successful and people really do love it. And then if they want to continue, and most of them do, then we offer extended course. We have a 2-week course, a 3-week course, a 5-week course, depending. So,
Wow, that's
yeah,
really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have that available too.
Awesome. Do you guys do any parties as well, like for kids and stuff?
Yeah,
or how
we
young
do.
do you start with the painting?
Doesn't matter. We get
Oh,
infants
okay.
in here for handprints and
Little
footprints.
baby feet.
Yeah. But so there's no age limit. And we do parties.
Awesome.
We can do birthday parties. And we offer the whole studio for birthday parties. We used to do them in that room, but no more. Now we offer the whole studio, and so they can bring more people. So yeah, we do that.
Love it. Okay, well, if someone's watching right now and they want to come out and see you guys and paint something or learn how to do pottery on their own, how can they do that?
They can either just walk in and check it out. It's a very welcoming and friendly place. So
Oh, yeah.
the intimidation factor could be tiny when they first set foot in because they'll walk in and go, I'm not artistic. You don't have to be. You just have
Yeah.
to dip your brush in the glaze and apply it.
It's
That's
that
what's
simple,
involved.
you know?
So they can just come in and check it out. They can ask questions. They can call. They can email. They can message on social media.
This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Lawyer Lisa. Joining us today is attorney Lisa Hostetler Brown to break down an important legal topic that could affect you. Thanks for being here.
Hi, I'm Lisa Hostetler Brown, and this is Legally Speaking with Lawyer Lisa. So you may have heard about trusts, but what are trusts and why might you need one? Well, there's a lot of different kinds of trusts, and there's a lot of misconceptions surrounding trusts. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what you might need. So let's start with a revocable trust, also known as a revocable living trust, sometimes referred to as a family trust. This is a type of trust where you put your assets into the trust during your lifetime and you manage it as trustee, for the most part, while you're alive. And then when you pass away, it becomes what we call irrevocable, which means whatever your wishes were when you passed away are kind of set in stone. And now it's just followed through whatever your wishes are by whoever you've named as your successor trustee. A trust is a great planning tool. This is something that you can use not only to distribute your assets when you pass away, while avoiding the complex and often complicated probate court process, but it's also great for managing your assets if you ever become incapacitated. So as you know, we all have a lot of people in our lives and probably have a loved one that's been diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's. People that have their assets set up in a trust have a great way to have somebody else step in with little effort to be able to take care of their business and financial matters. If you have a trust, it was properly funded, and that means having the assets tie into the trust, then it's a lot easier for whoever's stepping in to manage what those assets are and take care of paying bills, managing investments, whatever it is that needs to be done. So a trust is a great way to set yourself up for success in the event that that ever happens to you, where you need somebody else to step in and manage your assets. And it still has all the same benefits of passing it easily and effectively to whoever you name after you pass away. Now, an important point of a trust is to make sure, again, that it's funded. And funding it is an important aspect of having a trust. So I always tell people, if you got a trust and, for example, you have a home and your tax bill comes out and your tax bill has your name on it, it's probably not inside of your trust. It's not funded, which means it's still going to go through probate when you pass away. It defeats the purpose of having a trust. So making sure that your trust is always up to date with how your assets are set up is a really important point. So if you had a trust done a long time ago, it might be time to revisit it. Do a checkup on it. Make sure the assets are set up the way they need to be, and make sure your trust is still current for your current situation. This is not a stagnant document. This is not the kind of thing that you set aside and leave for 20 years and never think about it again. It's something that should reflect what your current wishes are. Because if and when you need it, at whatever point you might become incapacitated or pass away, it can no longer be changed. So you do want to make sure it's reflecting your current wishes. A trust is particularly useful if you have a complex family situation. If you want to keep your assets separate, maybe you and your spouse need separate trusts. Maybe you have a blended family. Maybe you have a special needs child or a child that needs special consideration. Maybe there's somebody that has an issue going on currently and you want to make sure that you've dealt with it. A trust is an excellent way to do this. If you're disinheriting somebody or have some other complex situation going on, a trust can do all this with the privacy so that nobody knows what was going on. Let's take the beloved Betty White as an example. When she passed away, she had a will and a trust set up. And her trust said where she wanted her stuff to go. Did you hear about Betty White's estate plan in the news? You certainly didn't, because she did it the right way. And you can set your assets up so that it's set up the right way for your family, so that you have privacy and you have ease of administration and everything goes as you'd like it to.
Our thanks to Lawyer Lisa for sharing her valuable insight today. If you'd like more information or have questions on the topic, be sure to reach out at the website or the phone number on your screen. This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Lawyer Lisa.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Guys, we're doing a cookout indoors today on Living Local Carolina. I'm back in the kitchen and I'm with Chef Jamal all the way from Florence. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you on the show. You're from the catering department, and this was such a cool idea. This is for people who maybe don't want to go sweat in the heat at the grill.
That's right.
But what are we making?
So what we're going to do today is we're going to dry rub some pork ribs, and we're going to air fry them. You know, thinking about the show and thinking about some of your viewers is more the senior population, and with the heat, we're probably going to have a very hot summer.
Yes.
And everybody loves summer cookout food. Well, the air fryer has made it easy. We can air fry ribs and still have some nice char. Maybe not the grilled taste, but the nice char on our ribs as well. So we're going to jump in on that.
All right, so what's the first step? What do we have here? These are pork ribs?
Yep.
Okay.
Pork baby back ribs is what we have here.
All right.
And we have a house-made dry rub. My sous chef, actually, Renee Williamson, makes a nice dry rub. All-purpose seasoning is what she referred to it as, but it actually works very well as a nice dry rub. So we're going to coat our ribs with this first on both sides. And then I like a little marinade. Non-traditionally, though. So I like Italian dressing. So we actually made some homemade Italian dressing that we're going to rub into it just to make sure that the flavors are sealed in once we get the dry rub on.
All right. So shout out to your sous chef. This is a special seasoning blend.
Yes,
Should I just
is.
go in? How much do you want me to use?
Go ahead. We can't hurt. That's good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually rub that into the meat, like so. Yep. That's all right. We're going to do both sides. So
Okay.
We're going to make sure we cover the whole piece of protein. Yep. Make sure that we cover.
And now we put the dressing on?
Yep. Then we're going to take and put some of the Italian. This is house-made Italian. Made it fresh.
It's like moisturizing it.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried doing this with just the dry rub and no dressing?
I have. It's actually good both ways.
Okay, but you prefer it with the dressing on there?
I do. I like the
It adds a
dressing.
little zip.
It does. But now we're going to stick it in to the air fryer.
Look at that. Finishing it with a little more sauce. Okay, so now the ribs are out of the air fryer. How long did we have them in the air fryer?
We had them in the air fryer for approximately 40 minutes
And what temperature?
at 375.
Okay, is there any discrepancy there? If you had them at 400 degrees, would it really matter? Would it char it too fast?
I don't think it would char too fast. It kind of depends on how much of a char you want, is what I would say. It depends on how much of a char you want and how thick your ribs. You know, some of them are a little bigger, so it kind of you need to make sure that you understand the internal temperature of the rib more so than just how long we had them in. So we're cooking good. We had actually some pretty smaller bones, so it's not a spare rib would obviously take a little bit longer. So we want to make sure that viewers understand that every rib is not going to cook the same.
Gotcha. So we have our delicious ribs all gorgeous and plated, but what are we making for our side dish?
All right, for our side, we're going to have it's summertime, of course. So everybody's into the fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and so we're going to have a nice pasta salad.
All
So
right.
we're going to start with some, we got some tomatoes, some cucumbers, some bell pepper, some onion. We're just going to slice some tomatoes in half, fold those in, some cucumbers, cut them into quarters, fold those in, that kind of thing. So what do you want to start with first?
I guess I'll do tomatoes first because those will be pretty easy. I can't tell you the last time I had a rib.
Okay.
And that's delicious.
I like the flavor, the tenderness.
Yeah,
I like the sweet.
great job.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.